Okay, so we're going to talk about an odd omission from your textbook, and this is the concept of making biodiesel. And I say it's odd because they talk about saponification. Don't get me wrong. Saponification is a very useful reaction, produces billions of tons of stuff per year. But biodiesel is also a thriving industry in the United States, and for some odd reason your book just doesn't seem to mention it. So, biodiesel and saponification are very much sister reactions. And what I mean by that is instead of running in water with a base, we're going to run in methanol. So saponification is done under anhydrous conditions. Now, the nice thing is it doesn't have to be super anhydrous. Like, there are several reactions we talked about running under anhydrous conditions because the compound immediately reacts with water. That's not really true of biodiesel. You can just take off-the-shelf methanol and run this on the bench just fine. What will happen is that instead of getting your water functionality separated out, you're still going to get the triglycerol, but you're going to get this methyl ester. So this is what makes up biodiesel. Instead of having this carboxylic acid functionality on the end of it, you're going to end up with an ester functionality instead. So this here is biodiesel. And there have been a lot of advocates for the use of biodiesel simply because we can take something like a waste fatty acid from like frying foods, waste triglyceride, react it with methanol and end up creating a biodiesel component that, for all intents and purposes, is non-toxic. I mean, don't drink it, but you can get it on your skin and wash it off. You can have a spill on the ground. It's not going to affect anything. The major issue with saponification, it is a valid criticism, is that methanol is actually more valuable than biodiesel. So methanol itself has a higher energy density, and so the question is, why not use methanol? Counter argument to this is that methanol actually has a hazard storage code. If you get it in your eyes, it will make you go blind. If you get it on your skin, you have to wash it off, and it's a hazard spill if it comes out. So there are pros and cons to biodiesel, but the thing is, it's saponification. But instead of working with water, you're working with methanol, and basically it's a very akin reaction. Instead of forming our carboxylic acid, we just form a carboxylic acid derivative, in this case, our ester.